Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about something that really adds something to your playing, and that is the grace note. A grace note put in the right place can turn your boring and unoriginal licks into cool and catchy licks. And when used in chords, it can turn basic and plain chords into really soulful and cool chords. The best way to make you understand the power of the grace note is to play something without and then with the grace note, and you'll see the difference. You'll really see it. I'm going to show you the difference now, and then at the end of the video I'm going to show you some licks that you can steal today and start implementing into your playing. No grace note, with grace note, chord without grace note, and then a chord with a grace note. Hear the difference? More interesting, right? And the grace note doesn't just apply to this kind of music, to this clean sound in guitar. It applies to any genre of music and any style of playing. So at any speed as well. So look at this, for example. Okay, there's a grace note. There's a lot of grace notes there. So it's. So what is a grace note? A grace note is a tiny note placed in front of a target note, which still remains the most important note. But even though in theory it's not essential, don't underestimate the power of it. It's an embellishment, the grace note. It really adds something to the lick, to the phrase, whatever you're playing. It makes everything sound more cool, expressive, complex, interesting, soulful, sweet. Adding grace notes to your playing, if you're not already, is something I really encourage. But at the same time, you don't want to overdo it. For example, you know, that sounds silly. So now let's crack into the licks you can actually steal and implement into your playing today. Lick number one is heavily based on Jimi Hendrix, and it goes like this. Slowly. So what's happening there is, obviously, it's in C major, and it's right here. These two strings, you bar them with your first finger, and you slide from the 8th to the 10th fret. Very quick. And then you slide from this fret, 7th of the G string, and 8th of the B string, and you do this. So it's the same principle. And then we go into this hammer on pull off on the 5th to the 7th, and then we go on this A, so 7th fret on the D string, and then another grace note. We slide from the 7th to the 9th, come back, and then 5th. So the whole thing together. Lick number two is based on B.B. King, and it goes like this. The key's A major, and we go. So we slide, and that's the grace note, the first note. We slide from the 9th fret of the G string, and then we hit the 10th fret of the B string twice, so, and then we bend the 12th fret like this. So we bend, we release a bit, and we come back again, and then we pre-bend from 12th down, and that's another grace note. Pre-bend, release, pull off, 11th on the G string, and then we go into this grace note. So from the 10th to the 12th with a hammer on. The last lick is based on John Mayer, who's based on Jimi Hendrix. So you decide whoever you want to base it on, and it goes like this. Key is C major again, so from this 12th fret of the G string and 13th of the B string, and we go, and with your ring finger you play the 14th on the D string. And you hammer on the 14th and 13th, so twice. And you come back to the original 12, 13. And then again, you do 12, 13 and 14th on the D string, like this. And this time, you just do 2 grace notes, but just on 1 string instead of 2. So you just do this. From the 12th to the 14th, twice. And we end on this 13th of the B string, which is a C. Now these 3 licks were in C major, A major, and C major again. But obviously I do encourage you to go and try them all in different keys, because that's where the real growth is. I've got a loop station here. I'm going to loop myself now and jam over it. The key is going to be C major, the chords are going to be C major 7 and A minor 9. I encourage you to do the same. Go and improvise right now after this video and implement the grace notes. Force yourself to use them, because they're really going to make a difference in your playing. That's it guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe right now. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you soon.